This video is to give a quick update about the proposed Fort Mainland Bridge because I've had interactions with quite a number of people, and there's this apprehension and distrust that the Fort Mainland Bridge is another white elephant project. This update, according to the essay to the Lagos State Governor, His Excellency Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Mrs. Aramide Adeoye, you know, brought some very, very important updates that I thought to share today. Please stay with me till the end of this video. My name is Babatunde Ajibola Michael. I am a real estate expert, always bringing you up to speed about the development in the real estate market in Lagos and outside Lagos, Nigeria as a whole, and in diaspora. Again, please stay with me till the end of this video because I'll be dropping important updates on the proposed Fort Mainland Bridge. So, like I said, the essay to the governor on works and infrastructure actually, expressed and reiterated the Lagos State commitment to the construction of the Fort Mainland Bridge. And here are some very important points to note. Number one, the people that will be affected by this construction, that's people that their houses fall in the right of way of the proposed construction, will be adequately compensated. And just like it was done with the green, and the red line on the day of commissioning, that checks were handed over to people that their houses were affected. Same will be repeated here. There will be adequate compensation for those that are directly affected. Number two, the proposed Fort Mainland Bridge is going to be the second longest bridge in Nigeria. The third mainland bridge is actually the longest, which is about 12-kilometer long bridge, while this proposed Fort Mainland Bridge is going to be a total of 37 kilometers. So it's going to be the second longest bridge. And the third point to note is that this process actually started in 2019 with adverts published in international journal with the intention of getting highly experienced hands to bid for the construction of the Fort Mainland Bridge, to remove every iota of favoritism, man o man, And this came as a surprise to Nigerians and even to people from other across the world, wondering, wow, this is the first time such project will be advertised internationally. Number four, the public were actually carried out because there's a 6-stage process. Number one, expression of interest. Number two, request for qualifier for quotations. Number three, proposal from qualifiers. Number four, evaluation of bid and criteria and guidelines. Number five, drafts of MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, with terms, the duration of the concession, toll price, the forecast in the volume, year on year, they envisage that there will be increase in the volume of usage, the cars flying the bridge. So there will be like a forecast in the volume, and there is a financial viability report. So all these are brought together in an MOU that the state assembly would sign on before it would go to the final stage. And it might interest you to know that this stage is where the government, Lagos State government, is in the lifespan of that bidding process. The presently in the fifth stage. So at the end of this fifth stage, that it has gone through the house and all the necessary signatures appended on, then it will go to the sixth stage, which is the point where the contractors now move to site. Groundbreaking starts at that point. So back to the points that you need to note is now I'm going to number 5. You know, the compensation plan, like I said earlier, is done in a very robust way such that those that their properties fall in the right of way would be compensated. And to reduce the impact, you know, the route alignment was actually taken through the swamp, majorly through the swamp, to reduce the number of houses that would be impacted by or be affected by this road construction. And there are two components in this construction, which is a total of 37 kilometers, that's starting from the northern side, which is from Abramadesoya in Ajah, and we'll go through the lagoon to the Bayeku in Ikorodu to pass through Konu in Arekpo, then to connect the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. So there's actually part of this road, the construction, that will go through Ogun State. So there's a discussion with Ogun State because it will also benefit Ogun. This bridge, the Fourth Mainland Bridge construction, would actually benefit Ogun State. So number 6, there would be resettlement action plan. That's outside the environmental impact assessment plan. And you'd be wondering that why is it taking this long? 2 years, and that's because for you to get the environmental impact assessment certificate, you must do this assessment over 2 seasons. That's 2 years. So you do dry season, you do wet season in 1 year, then you repeat it this subsequent year. So making it 2 years. That's why it has taken this long. A lot of people are not aware of this, and that's why, it's understandable that maybe it's just one of those sound bites, and what government do for the optics. But based on this update, it just stirs my confidence, and I believe it should stir yours too. If you're looking at investing in the Lagos market, the Lagos real estate market, this is a very, very looks like a viable project to me. That's what it looks like, a viable project. And it doesn't look to me like any white elephant project. So it has taken this long because for the environmental impact assessment certificate to be approved, the assessment had to be done over 2 seasons. That's year 1, then year 2. Number 7, there will be 16 route alignments. 16 route alignments were actually selected for this project. 4.5 kilometers of that route alignment is actually the bridge component, while the rest is the road component. Like I said, that passes through the swamp just to reduce the impact and the number of houses that will be affected and those that will be displaced. So, and like I've said before, and based on what the essay to the governor mentioned, that there will be adequate compensation. I keep repeating that there will be adequate compensation. So what the compensation will be now will be left to the authorities to determine. I hope it will be something worth the while and commensurate based on the present economic terms. Number 8, the construction of the Fourth Mainland Bridge would take a timeline of 42 months. The construction would take a total of 42 months. That's the project duration. And 4 out of these 42 months is the pre site construction activities, But for a serious minded contractors or construction company, they should get the bridge done and dusted in 42 months, including the pre site installation stage, which is to take about three to no sorry about 4 to 6 months. And this is the point I think a lot of people have been waiting to hear, that, okay, how does this benefits myself as a Lagos resident or as a Lagosian? So these are the benefits to Lagosians or people that are willing to invest in the Lagos real estate market. Number one, okay, before I go to the benefits, I would like to touch on the Lagos State Strategic Master Plan. So there's a strategic master plan that I've put into consideration some of these things. So it's not just out of the blues. Even the proposed Fort Mainland Bridge and maybe the waterways and some of those robust infrastructure have been built into a master plan, which is the Lagos State Strategic Master Plan of 2032 to 2052. It's clear about connecting Lagos because we understand that Lagos is choked. The central Lagos itself is choked. So there's a strategic master plan that has clearly mapped out how some of these other parts of Lagos will be connected. How you can get this from this point to connect to this point. It's already in the master plan. And I give it to Lagos State. Of course, they can do better, but they're working really well in achieving this master plan. So how this benefits you and I, you know, how maybe they are connecting Lagos to the east side or to the west side. So one, there will be improvement in the socio-economic well-being of you and I. Improvement in socio-economic benefit or well-being of you and I. Because traveling time will be reduced significantly. You don't need to go through Ikoyi. You want to move from Ajah, you're going to Ikorodu. You first go all the way to Lekki, connecting Osborne, Ikoyi to Third Mainland Bridge, going around, and so much congestion. It will be like the M25 road, the London M25, where you can just hit the Fort Mainland Bridge and you find yourself in Ikorodu, straight to where you're going. That is number one. Number two, the Fort Mainland Bridge would, like I said, be like the M25 that improves connectivity. You know. Number three, it would improve the living condition of Lagosians. Lagos, you and I know that for you to uh, meet up your appointment, you want to put into consideration your travel time. So you're having to leave your house even 2, 3 hours before time, and people are not really getting adequate sleep. The stress level is so much. So this would actually improve the living condition, you know, and want to believe that would improve on the life expectancy, which is about less than 50. That's really scary. So this would actually improve the living condition. Number four, this would really interest the real estate enthusiast, because this would open up, and improve the potentials of real estate along that corridor, because now accessibility is easy, So for people looking to invest in real estate or they've invested before and because of bad traffic, people are not really getting the required return on their investment. This will actually, boost the real estate market in this axis because it will open up that particular axis. And this would mean improved housing, because we don't have to choke ourselves in a particular location. People can actually spread out to Ikorodu, to Ekpe, to Ibejuleki. Number 6 or number 5 now, the proposed Fort Mainland Bridge would improve employment, would create employment, bring opportunities for people to get engaged, you know, because this project is going to engage a lot of artisans, will engage engineers, will engage professionals, you know. So it would generate massive employment for the duration of the project, even after the project has been completed, because it's a kind of PPP arrangement. Because there will be toll at some point on along the route. Also, which is my sixth and the final point, is the fact that it will boost business along that corridor. When the construction is going on, people that deal with construction input would benefit tremendously, because they will need to supply they will need people to supply sand, cement, granite, steel. You know, all this construction input would actually boost trade. You know, that is what this the construction of the Fort Mainland Bridge would do for commerce along that corridor. And I just hope, now that you've heard the point, the apprehension about the Fort Mainland Bridge as being a white elephant project would maybe fizzle out. And we just look forward to that point where, the government and the people involved in this project, this proposed project, will now mobilize to site, because, like I said earlier, they are now in the fifth stage of this bid. Thank you for staying with me till this time. Kindly subscribe so that you don't miss out any of this valuable content, and do like and share. It's been Babatunde Michael, bringing you valuable real estate information and up-to-date information about trending issues, about topical issues. Thank you very much. Till I come your way again. See you.